It is the end of the month of August. I can't believe it. So you know what that means? It's time for the monthly fragrance haul. We got some goodies in here. We got a few wish list items in here. And we got some new gifted items too. So we'll talk about that as well. Let's get on into it. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. These are Maria here. Yes, we have the August fragrance haul. As always, lipstick of the day today, everyone. I'm rocking out with the MAC Photo. It's a milk chocolate brown is what it is. Yes, I am transitioning because it is Labor Day weekend and that means fall is about to unofficially start. As always, beauty details, everything on my face will be in the description box below so you don't have to ask questions about it. Next up, we have fragrance of the day, and this is one that I was like, I couldn't figure out what to wear today, but the head elf picked it out for me. He said, wear this one. So we're wearing it, and this is from Viktor & Rolf, and this is Flower Bomb Tiger Lily, which is still perfect for summer, even though we're in the end of it. It has mango and coconut in it. So this one is fun, fruity, but summery type of scent. So I'm still enjoying it. Full dedicated review is coming sooner rather than later. But yes, fragrance of the day is Viktor & Rolf's Flower Bomb Tiger Lily. And now let's get into this here fragrance haul. So I decided to start the month off with a bang. This scent is a heavy hitter. If you know, then you know. This is from the house of Initio. So that right there tells you everything. This is Initio's Absolute Aphrodisiac. I know y'all like, wait a minute, why are you buying something like that in August? Because it's super hot and I know you're not gonna wear that right now. Oh, I'm not. This is for when it gets cold. This is one of those type of purchases you make ahead of season so it doesn't sell out and you miss out on it like you did last year. So main notes y'all we have for Absolute Aphrodisiac right here. This bottle, yay. It has notes of white flowers, amber, vanilla, musk, and castoreum. This right here, this is a dark and deviant vanilla. This is the type of vanilla I like. You all know when it comes to the vanilla fragrances, I'm not part of the gourmand vanilla girly situation. I have a few, don't get me wrong, but am I on that hype train? Absolutely not. I like my vanillas with personality, a little bit dark, a little bit spicy or something like that going on. And to me, this right here, dare I say this might be one of the best vanillas in my collection. It's too soon to tell, but to be fair, I had a sample of Absolute Aphrodisiac last summer. I had a video on it and everything. So this is a fragrance that I sampled now for a year. I held on to that sample for dear life. Tried it in the summer. I loved it in the summertime, and I also tried it in the fall and I was like, I love this. So that's why I said I knew I would get it this year and I would have it for fall 2024. So spoiler alert, Initio's Absolute Aphrodisiac, you will be seeing it in the cold weather season for sure. The next fragrance was kindly gifted to me from Twisted Lily, and this is from Andrea Mack, and this is Jest. Now, if you all recall, I did a sampling series video, and I told you all with Jest, I knew I would want it for the Halloween season, or as I say, spooky season in my opinion. So that's what we did. I said, yeah, I'm gonna need the bottle of that. So here we are. Jest, you all, it has main notes, y'all. It has plum, cardamom, apple in it. We have heliotrope rum, chocolate. We have vanilla, ambroxan, and musk. And oh, by the way, this is an extrait de parfum. This right here is so rich and dark, and I love it. The sample alone was super potent, so I'm like, okay, if a sample would not wash off, scrub off, nothing, it held on for dear life. I said, oh, imagine what a full-size bottle's going to do. Yes, and most importantly, it has a plum note, apple, the cardamom. That's the top notes for me are everything, and then the base hugs the skin. Hugs and sticks to you like nobody's business. This fragrance is 100% unisex, by the way. Absolute Aphrodisiac, by the way, too, for Initio is also unisex. For me, I'm just loving both of these because they're like dark fragrances and I'm just already in the fall mood, harvest season, spooky season. That's kind of where we're at with this haul. But yes, Just from Andrea Mack, happy to pick up. And again, I did sample it first, so this was not a blind gift, shall we say. This was one I knew I wanted. Now this next one is also a heavy hitting fragrance. However, it's heavy hitting in the traditional feminine category, or shall I say aldehydic fragrance category. This right here, y'all, is from the House of Amore. And if you know anything about the House of Amore, it don't do nothing soft, it don't do nothing light, it don't do nothing super dainty. Everything about them is gonna pack a punch in some capacity. It's gonna be blended uniquely. That's just one thing I do appreciate about the house. And in this case, this scent I'm talking about right now lived rent-free in my head for 6 months. And this right here is from the House of Amore, and this is Dia 40. Yes, an exceptional extrait. I know I went all the way bougie this time around. I did. So y'all, I smelled this fragrance when I was in Neiman Marcus back in January. Smelled it and like, oh, okay, cool, great, let me just check it out, you know, in passing. Smelled this, I was like, it moved me. And if you all recall in my fragrance video I did shopping while in Atlanta back in January, I told y'all that in a video, so definitely check that out if you didn't already. And I said this fragrance moved me. Dia 40. And okay, can we take a moment for the bottle though? Look how pretty and rose gold this is. This is the exceptional extrait that I think is so slept on, and nobody is really talking about it. I know everybody's talking about Guidance 46 and all that. I'll get there eventually, but for me, people skipped right over this release to me, and I do not understand why. Well, I do kind of know why, but we'll talk about it. I mean, y'all, the notes. Let's talk about it. It has cyclamen, it has aldehydes, musk, blackcurrant, and violet leaves in the top, y'all. We have heart notes of rose, orange blossom, carnation, ylang ylang, cistus leaves, bay leaves, tarragon, and then we have base notes, y'all, of orris, sandalwood, amorous, and gaiac wood. So even though this is technically a floral aldehyde scent, as you just heard from all the notes, this is everything but weak. Let me tell you something. And then with it being an exceptional extrait, which means it has like 40% concentration oils, and their regular line of fragrances have like 20%. So even still, they're already borderline extracts anyway. So this right here is so rich, y'all. It's so rich. Well, I'm gonna tell you what it smells like more than anything. Absolutely, it's aldehydes, but it dries down to a powdery, creamy goodness. It just smells like the ultimate feminine woman to me. A woman that is used to things, a woman that's of a certain class, a woman that's used to a certain standard. That is what Dia 40 smells like. And to me, this is what modern aldehydic fragrances should smell like. I know a lot of people get afraid of aldehydes when they think of, like, of course, Chanel No. 5, those type of fragrances. But a modernized take on aldehydes, in my opinion, that does not smell vintage, old, whatnot, this is still wonderful. This is a modern take on a aldehydic DNA for me, and that's why I'm talking about it and raving about it. Oh, and by the way, this breaks necks. I want to say that too. So highly recommend checking out Dia 40 right now, while I know you all are checking out Guidance for number 46 or even Love Delight right now. But while you're at the Amore's counter, please check out Dia 40. I'm just telling you, it's that good. This next fragrance was kindly gifted to me from the brand, and this is from Nuit Nomade, and this is Sugar Leather. So let me tell you a backstory about this one. I was sent a discovery set from Nuit Nomade back in like January. It was the holiday season for sure. It was winter coming out of it. It was around that time. And I remember playing in a discovery set, and I was like, okay. And I had heard a lot about Jardin's de Mitzvah, which I do have a full-size bottle of that as well in my collection. But y'all, something about Sugar Leather in that set, this right here is everything. And then I noticed after I had played in the discovery set, y'all, and I went to buy this fragrance because I was really moved by the sample, it was sold out. Like, it was sold out on the official website, even all of their retail boutiques and things. You could not get Sugar Leather because apparently I was late and the girls were already on it. They said, no, it's good. And I see why. Yes. So now, again, we're not going to be caught slipping for this fall winter season. We have it now. Here it is, you all. Sugar Leather. It has notes of cinnamon, amorous, leather, caramel, and labdanum. Let me tell you something. If you like cinnamon, if you like leather, and you like a sweetness to it, this is for you. I'm gonna say this. If you like, say, Kilian's Angel Share, those type of fragrances, I think you'll absolutely love Sugar Leather. I'm not calling them dupes or the same or anything, but they're in that same type of family. So kind of sweet, borderline boozy, but instead of boozy, in my opinion, it's leathery. And this scent is straight down the middle of unisex. It's not super girly, I'm gonna tell you that right now. So if you're afraid of leather, I think this one might be a good way to go, but the leather does come through. But boy, this is sexy. This is sexy. This is sexy. This is gonna be part of the fall list. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now, so y'all are getting a preview. But Nuit Nomade's Sugar Leather, again, I see why this was sold out. This right here is good. So Nuit Nomade's Sugar Leather, y'all. Now this next fragrance was a blind buy, but one that was a highly recommended blind buy from a lot of y'all. And I love this house anyway, particularly the perfumer. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm willing to do it. This is from the house of Mancera, and this is Poudre d'Or. Yes, Poudre d'Or. Poudre d'Or, that's what it is. Golden powder is what it means. And I'm like, okay, with a name like that, I'm here for it. It's an eau de parfum. And of course, Mancera is a house by my favorite perfumer, Alberto Morillas. I love him, y'all. He makes some amazing fragrances. I just like how he does things. His scents pack a punch, but they're also airy at the same time. It just works for me. I'm just here for it. But this fragrance right here, Poudre d'Or, this is beautiful. I'm gonna say this, you all know I already own For Your Love, which I've done a dedicated review on, already up on the channel from this house. And I also own Treasure, which in my opinion, those two fragrances are like the most known. But then I noticed that this beauty right here was starting to get a lot of traction as well. So I was like, okay, let me, you know, check it out and see. And plus, I'm like I said, I love the perfumer. So I'm like, we can't go wrong here. Ordered it, here we are. It has notes, y'all, of Tierra Flower. We have Exaltone, we have Jasmine, we got Iris, Sandalwood, and Vanilla. So very simple, airy, lighthearted type of fragrance. powdery, creamy. One thing about Mancera, their DNA is going to be very airy, very almost like luxurious body cream style. That's what he does with this line, in my opinion. So if you like that type of scent, personally, this is a signature scent. 100% signature scent worthy, in that same type of vein as Treasure, but just more on a powdery take because of that iris. So it's soft and gentle, but at the same time, you still smell it. It's really fascinating. I highly recommend sampling this house or even checking out a counter if you're near one, because this can be a DNA. For some people, they be like, it's super light, I don't smell nothing. And then on others that get how his scents work, they be like, this lasts all day on me. Like For Your Love, I smelled it for hours, all day. I don't have to reapply that scent. So don't let like the bottles and the aesthetic of this brand like fool you. This scent will linger and last on you. They just smell like you, but better. It's like the best way to put that, but they last. It's weird. But that again is Mancera Poudre D'Or, and I'm enjoying this one. Like I said, this was a blind buy. Now this next fragrance was already in a sampling series video, and I told y'all this would be a hit for fall. And let me tell you something, this scent has blown up. It's been getting a lot of traction and it's been maintaining its buzz for a few months. This is from the house of Mancera, and I was like, I knew I needed a full-size bottle of this, y'all. Mancera's Amore Caffe. This is it. Like, let me tell you something, me and Mancera have historically not really gotten along. I've liked a few scents. I have owned a few scents, done reviews on a few of them, but I haven't felt like I needed one in a minute. But this right here, if y'all saw that sampling series video, I told y'all, this is actually worth the hype. So here is the bottle, and yes, I got the full size big bottle. They do have a smaller size, so you don't have to get a big bottle. But one thing about Manceras, they are niche, but they're super affordable at the same time. You can normally find them on discount or something. So I love that about that. But let's talk about Amore Caffe. So y'all, it has top notes of black coffee and amaretto liqueur. Then we have heart notes of vanilla ice cream, and then we have base notes, y'all, of vanilla pods and brown sugar and gray amber. Let me tell you something. It's sweet but boozy, but it's also a coffee scent. It smells like a craft coffee drink, in my opinion, that you would get at a local coffee shop or like a Starbucks or something like that. But it's like very well blended and mixed in. And of course, there's that dash of liqueur in it, you know. So I have enjoyed this one. This one, you smell like a walking, breathing snack. This is one I'm waiting for, say, end of September, early October to really wear and bathe in, because this is so good. It's sweet, it's decadent, and I was like, let me just go and get it. Because again, I'm just wanting to be ahead and go ahead and get it, y'all, because this stuff be selling out and I be mad. And I was so mad last year. This was a new release from Mancera, so again, I love the sample, love it first sniff, so that's why a full-size bottle happened. This next fragrance was kindly sent over to me from the brand, and this is from Bon Parfumer, and this is number 203. Okay, it's really bright with my lights, but number 203 is part of their fruity line. Here is the bottle, and I just read the notes and I was like, I feel like I'll probably like this, so I just went ahead and eyeballed it, and that's what we had sent over. So y'all, it has top notes of pear, then we have raspberry and neroli. Heart notes, y'all, are jasmine, rose, and blackberry, and then we have base notes of whitewood, musk, and vanilla. Let me tell you something, for a blind gift, I love this, and y'all know I love raspberry. So anytime there's like a raspberry note, blackberry in here, it's fruity. This is an ultimate transition scent into fall to me, because normally we think of fruity scents, we tend to think, oh, spring, summer. But some fruits to me just pull better in the fall, and for me, it's like pear and raspberry. Those are like the top two in my head. Honorable mention would go to quince too, but in this case, it's the pear and the raspberry that I get the most of, and then that base with the vanilla. This is pretty on skin, really, really pretty. This is one, I was like, oh, on paper, I was like, oh, it's all right. Sprayed it on skin, and I was like, okay, this is working with my body chemistry. This is giving me what I need. So I'm excited about rocking 203. Spoiler alert, you will see it on a transition list, you know, or a fall list. You will see it on there, because it's doing what it needs to do, but giving me that fruity vibe for the fall, and I'm loving it. This again is from Bon Parfumer, and this is number 203. Now this next package was a super surprise, because I opened my door and it was just outside one day, and I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting anything today, but hey, those are the best. And y'all, we were kindly sent over this beautiful box from Mazaro. Yes, they make colognes, and I'm like, okay, which I knew they were coming out with new stuff. I've seen ads for them, but I did not know they had 2 colognes coming, because again, I mean, you all know I'm primarily review feminine fragrances, feminine to unisex, so cologne not so much. But I was like, okay, let me see what's going on. And it's part of the most wanted. Here are their fragrances. They are like snug in, just make sure they don't fall out. So we have an Eau de Parfum Intense and an Eau de Toilette Intense. Just so you can see the difference, the Eau de Toilette has a clear, transparent base, and then the Eau de Parfum Intense is black. So that is the difference on how you can tell, say if you're in store. So with the Eau de Toilette, it has notes, y'all, of green mandarin, bergamot, we have lavender, we have earthy moss. So it's a more freshy take, which to be fair, so Eau de Toilette, it's a more freshy type of scent, but it's also intense. And let me tell you, yes, it's definitely giving man. Spoiler alert, I absolutely had my husband head elf to be my guinea pig for these so I could really get his opinion on them. Had him to wear them for me. And we enjoyed them. We agree we like them both, but I will tell you which one was our absolute favorite. So then, y'all, we also have the Eau de Parfum, the intense version, the one with the black base again. So it has notes of cardamom, toffee accords, and then we have amber wood. And y'all, it's supposed to be powerful and sophisticated. And let me tell you something. The intense. This is a stunner. This is a win. He wore this out recently. We went to an event and I was like, you smell really good. I was just getting wafts of him all night wearing this. So I'm gonna tell you right now, ladies, if you're shopping for a guy or whatnot and you're checking out the most wanted hits, this collection, the Eau de Parfum Intense is absolutely the way to go. The Eau de Toilette is nice, it's cute, but it's not my favorite. This one, Eau de Parfum Intense, big bottle worthy. I love it. So thank you again to Mazaro for sending these over to me. So I did something I don't normally do, y'all, which is go backwards in the fragrance journey. Normally I will get a original fragrance first, then I'll get its intense or the flankers that come after it. That's normally how I do it. But in this case, I got its intense, or shall I say its extra version first. And then I was like, okay, I love this extra so much, but I want the original. I want the OG formula, that type of thing. So we did that. And this is from the house of Amore, you all. So I picked up Amore's Dia. Yes. I love Dia 40 so much that I was like, okay, I love it, but it can be thick and dense sometimes. I'm like, I don't always need that. I need it in a more everyday version, even though for Amore, everything is heavy hitting and powerful. So there's really no such thing. It's just really light and casual with them. But anywho, I wanted both versions of Dia. So I was able to get this very pretty version, the rose gold bottle. From my understanding, it mimics the gold, the Amore gold, which is the first fragrance they made. Y'all, this right here, just like I love the 40, I absolutely love the original too. It's just not as thick because of course it's not an exceptional extract. Floral aldehydes is what it is, powdery, feminine. It's just beautiful. So y'all, it has notes of cyclamen, bergamot. We have clary sage, we got fig, we got violet leaves. Then we have rose, peony, we have wild peach, tarragon, and then we have orange blossom, and then y'all, we have base notes of vanilla, white musk, heliotrope, sandalwood, frankincense, cedarwood, and guaiac. There are subtle differences in the notes for sure. Like, in my opinion, this Dia 40 smells a little bit more lighter, a little bit more floral focused in my opinion. So that's why I say to me, the original Dia is more so like an everyday version. And that's what I wanted, because I'm like, girl, we can't knock them out every day. We can't do that every day. I don't have the energy every day. So all in all, I had to pick up Dia. So all right, everyone, that wraps up the August 2024 fragrance haul. Let me know what you think. As you can see, we got a lot of heavy hitters in here. And as you can see, we are fully transitioning into fall. And I'm excited about it. I can't wait to start making fall content for you all, fall fragrance lists, and we got so many fragrances coming out. It's just a lot going to be happening with fall. I'm excited. Then it'll be holiday season. Woo, we're in for a ride and I'm ready. Let me know what you think about the haul. Do you love the fragrances? Do you own some of them? Do you hate them? Let me know in the comments below, because I know y'all gonna do that anyway. And I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.